And right after Iowa, the mad scramble to New Hampshire begins. January 23rd is the New Hampshire presidential primary, and there are some names on the ballot you may not know. In fact, there are a lot of names on the ballot you may not know. Why? Well, because it turns out you only need two things to get your name on New Hampshire's presidential primary ballot. The first requirement is $1,000, and the second, signing a declaration of intent. And guess what? If you can't afford the $1,000 filing fee when you can prove it, the $1,000 fee is waived. Now, check out this sample ballot for the town of Ackworth, New Hampshire. On your screen is a list of Democrats and a list of Republicans, each seeking the nomination of their respective parties. On that list of Democrats running for president is Terrisa Bukovinac. She's right here, and she's from Washington, D.C. Terrisa is a pro-life progressive Democrat. 24 presidential candidate. Nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure to be here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I saw the ballot, and I was very intrigued by the fact that you're running for president. I looked down the list, and since you live here, I thought, look at. So why are you doing this?
Well, in 2020, I took to the road. I was totally fed up with my party's abortion extremism. And the fact is that—
You're running as a Democrat.
I'm running as a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat. And 4 in 10 Democrats oppose abortion. And yet the leadership doesn't reflect that at all. So I went to every single Democratic debate demanding representation. And then in March of 2022, I, along with my colleague Lauren Handy, recovered the remains of over 100 aborted babies outside of an all-term abortion center in Washington, D.C. 5 of them were over 30 weeks. I held these babies with my own hands.
And you're positive.
It is literally the worst day of my life. And so I had this incredible experience, and I knew that I couldn't go through another election cycle just demanding representation if I wasn't myself willing to get out there and do it. And this is a way to give a voice to these children that I recovered and to thousands of children like them across the country, because as a federal candidate, any FCC TV station cannot censor my ads. And I'm going to show, and I am showing the American people in great detail what abortion did to these children.
What are you doing in New Hampshire? Because that's where your name's on the ballot. I mean, tell me your how much, look, it's very expensive to get on TV, let's face it, to get these ads up. Are you knocking on doors, or what are you doing?
Well, I'm not trying to become president. This is a protest campaign. The point is to run these ads, to show the people what happened to these children and to thousands like them across the country. And so I'm running explicit ads on NBC, Jimmy Fallon, and this week, The View.
You're running all the ads on those?
Yes.
Have you heard from the DNC at all?
No, they've been ignoring me for years. I've been protesting outside their headquarters every year for at least the last 3 years. They certainly know who I am, but they will not have a conversation with me. And the reality is they are the top promoters of a literal genocide in this nation. Mass murder is what we're talking about here. So, of course, they're trying to bury voices like mine. That's why they ignore the voices of 4 in 10 Democrats.
All right. Since you're you're an anti-abortion Democrat.
Yes.
And why aren't you a Republican with them? Because typically, it's the Republicans who are, there are a lot of Democrats who are opposed to abortion, don't get me wrong, but that typically is more of a Republican agenda item.
Well, I have been a lifelong Democrat. I agree with the values of the left. But when I'm looking at the landscape of the abortion issue in America, it's obvious to me where the problem is. It's in my own party. And if I am not willing to stand up and help other people stand up and voice concerns about this, we will never be able to break that relationship. And I don't believe the relationship between the Democratic Party and the abortion industry. And I don't think we can end abortion until that is done.
Where are you going to be primary night?
I'm not sure. What are you doing?
I'll probably be sitting right here. Probably sitting exactly right here. Any other shows, networks, cable talk to you?
There will be more. I mean, the reality is that I know that your viewers won't agree with my politics, but this is not a contest or litmus test on this show. Well, I appreciate that, but I do think a lot of your viewers agree with the fact that Joe Biden is a baby killer. And if they agree with that, they should go to my website, Terrisa2024.com, and help me with this campaign. Help expose this extremism.
Nice to meet you, and good luck with your campaign. And I'll be watching to see how many votes you get in New Hampshire.
Thank you.